Hello everyone, welcome back to my Dragon Quest VI 100% walkthrough. Now, after all that item collection, we're finally gonna get back to the main story. With us today is our friend Skyzo. How are you doing, my bud?
Hello YouTube, I'm doing well, and we just went underground in a bubble.
That's right. That's an amusing visual glitch that I happened to find on accident, so I made sure to catch that for you guys.
Did you know that in the original Pokemon you could actually swim inside of a statue in the gym leader thing?
I didn't. How did you do that?
Well, it's actually in every version basically. You just go up to the statue and you just swim on it. If you have a Pokemon that knows surf, that's it.
Fascinating. Huh, I'm gonna have to try that at some point.
It's really simple. It's just such a strange oversight, but... Well, anyway, what are you doing this episode?
We are going to get some legendary equipment. See, there was that beaked guy called Jamiris that we fought in part 10. He was a dread fiend like Murdaugh, even though he wasn't quite as hard. And right before he died, he tried to call out someone's name. Mortimer. He was the guy giving Murdaugh orders. We find this out eventually through some places that we were supposed to visit first, but the game's open-ended, so it kind of lets us decide what to do. So, we're supposed to get some legendary swag.
This might be, I'm not sure if this is a good question, but are the items named swag?
No. The swag, loot, jewels, bling. That's what swag means.
Okay. I actually have
also, yeah?
I've never seen this place before. The tile set is beautiful.
It is beautiful. It has blue flames, too.
So you were saying?
Okay, so the Super Nintendo version translated this kind of badly, but this old man is not having trouble with his business. What he's actually telling you is to go away, that you are not going to find anything of note here. See, now this one is translated correctly. See, he's been stuck in this village for 50 years. There was a mountain spirit that rescued him, but in exchange, that mountain spirit told him that he had to keep her identity a secret. He did not do this. He got smashed at some bar and blabbed her name to everyone. So as punishment, she froze everyone in the town except for him. And for some reason, he's just been living there for 50 years alone. I don't know why he didn't leave, but that's what's happening.
Okay.
And yes, his name is Goron.
So, from what I understand, Goron is the next boss that we're gonna face? Is that it?
No. Goron is the name of a race from Ocarina of Time.
Huh. Wait, what? What is that doing here then?
What is what doing here?
Why is there a reference from the why is the race being referenced in this game? Is it the same producer?
No. I don't know why. Actually, it looks like it was a typo. Sometimes in this translation it's pronounced Goran, and sometimes it's pronounced Goron. Ron is how it's spelled in Ocarina of Time.
Oh. So what is the translation for it in the remake, if you know that?
Something completely different.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, for a second I thought that was the same people that made Zelda made this, but Doesn't make any sense.
No, it was Enix with along with a company called Chunsoft.
Chunsoft. I don't know why I find that funny.
Anyways, so basically, the old man warned us of that story without actually revealing the woman's name. So then the woman's like, oh, he's not young anymore? Oh yeah, 50 years will do that to you human beings. I forgot how quickly they aged. Well, he didn't say my name, so I guess I can lift the curse. And so she did, which is why we can talk to this guy.
Okay. Sounds fair enough.
Now, after all those sequence triggers, we are going to enter the Sword Dungeon. The Everfrost Grotto.
Okay. And I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of difficult to keep track of all the locations in this game, because there's so many, right?
Indeed. And of course, we're doing this one day at a time, so combine that with the speed of this playthrough and yeah, I understand.
That is a really cool door, actually.
Isn't it, though?
So, what is... Is this like... Yeah, the door is asking us questions, isn't it?
It is. And we know the answers because we talked to Zam. Otherwise, we wouldn't even have the choice of putting in the answers.
What happens if you just get them wrong or something?
I don't think anything happens. You just have to try again.
Okay. By the way, the puzzle that we just went into is like... I believe there's one of those puzzles in like Crystal Kaizo, and I bring up these games often, but you just push those puzzles to the limit, and it's just so... Like it gives me flashbacks, so to speak, because the one in Crystal Kaizo is so difficult.
Whew. Actually, the ones in the base game were hard. I remember being stuck on those for a good long while. Then again, it was Silver I played, so I don't know if they changed the puzzles. Did they?
I think you mean as a child, right? When you first played this game?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Our man... No, wait, he's not here yet. Okay, there he is.
That is a cool sword.
Yeah, it's a little rusted over, though.
I thought it was gold.
Oh no, that's rust.
That's disappointing.
Well, Terry got it first, but he likes his Thunderbolt blade better. So after trash-talking us a bit, telling us we don't have a chance... Also, see that exclamation mark over Millie's head?
Yeah?
That's a hint.
What is it a hint for?
The hint for?
Yeah.
That I leave to you to figure out.
Oh, is that like... I think I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the little secret that she has, I think?
Yes.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Indeed. Especially since we are totally not getting them. Tragedy, ain't it?
Yes, it is. So what are we doing now?
Okay, so in part... I think it was part 12 where we beat up the magician in the tower. We visited the village of Amor. And we saw the child versions of two guys we helped out in part 4. They buried a little something in the dream world. So by seeing them do it in the dream world, we were able to get that meteorite bracer in the real world. That doubles our agility, and it's going to be one of the best items in the game, because on the right guy, it just about guarantees that they always go first. Right now, the correct candidate is Amos, because he's durable and he has one of the highest agility in the party. So for now, it's on him.
Okay. I remember you commenting on one of our party members that he's broken, and I was wondering which character that was. 'Cause I'm not entirely sure now.
Carver, the Mohawk guy.
So why is he broken?
Obscene HP, obscene offensive stats. It has multiple multipliers on his strikes if you know how. And he's the best candidate for a lot of the game's greatest weapons and armor.
Okay, that answers my question tenfold.
Thank you. Also, let's talk about this dungeon just for a little bit. If you're playing along with me and you're actually fighting the random encounters, I would recommend checking out the supplemental text walkthroughs I always put in. Because this is by far one of the hardest dungeons that we encounter in this world. We're really underleveled. Like, we're talking like 6 to 7 levels underleveled. And this is where it sort of finally starts catching up. It's not a problem, but I mean, unless you're actually trying to fight them.
This seems like a maze to me.
That's because it is one. Actually, that was one of the functions of going to Felonia, the last episode. There were some hints that an NPC gave you as to how to solve some of its more dastardly puzzles. But unlike Everfrost Grotto, we didn't need any sequence triggers to trip there. We just went there for all the mini medals.
Okay, sounds fair enough. Actually,
So, go downstairs 3 times. And then, once you've done that, go upstairs twice. And then go behind those stairs, and there you go. Secret passage. Now, what were you saying?
So, what's in the end of this dungeon again?
The legendary shield.
Are you gonna need it?
Oh, we most certainly are. That and the legendary helmet, and the legendary armor.
I actually noticed that in this section in particular, that there's a lot of, well, not a lot of them, but there are some jump cuts. Like I noticed like 1 or 2, like maybe 3. And
Yeah.
I wonder if you're backtracking a lot in this dungeon.
No, I'm just skipping random encounters.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's something that I think you kind of have to do with RPGs, especially in this playthrough where I'm basically running from everything at this point. Because it's like, what's the point? You know what I'm doing. I'm hitting the run command. It's why the only random encounters I really showed off were in Part 6, Part 7, and a little bit in Part 5. Actually, some in Part 4, too. Like, basically, Parts 1 to 7 is where I showed some of them off when they were significant. But at this point, we have everything we need, so there's not a point.
This might seem... like, I remember you mentioning a repel item, and I wonder, like, what happens to that?
It only works if the hero is 10 levels higher than the opposition.
Okay, so you're... okay, when you mentioned that you were underleveled, you really meant it.
Oh, yeah.
this town before? We have, right? In the last episode.
Yeah, we did, just so we can teleport it to it later. Also be sure to buy that bunny suit for Millie. Trust me, it's gonna be important next episode.
Alright, gotcha.
So, this is the town of Turnscote. We are trying to find a weapon forger called Old Man Colbur, I believe it was. He's gonna take the rust off of our Sword of Ramias so that we can actually use it in battle. Now the Shield of Valera, which we got, that's good to go. And it's one of the strongest shields in the game. Only Rex can equip it though.
A comment that I had in this place is that it kind of looks like a mixture between an inn and a town. Because you have like these people setting up shop, and you have houses. So it's like kind of weird, but I like it.
It's a very rough town. It's a den of scum and villainy. Well, actually no, that was Felonia, but this is a den of ne'er-do-wells and troublemakers. Felonia was scum and villainy. Or at least it used to be. It's cleaned up its act when we visited.
Okay, so it's kind of like Riften from Skyrim.
Something like that, yeah. Now, we don't know where Old Man Colburn is, so this Hawk guy, he's our informant, but usually we'd have to pay 20,000 gold for his services, or something really high like that. But he'll cut it down to 2,000, or was it 5,000, if we play his little game. He is a master of disguise, and we gotta find his disguise 3 times.
Looks like he has a ball and chain on him, like he's a prisoner.
Oh shoot, I didn't notice that.
Is he a prisoner? I'm not sure.
I guess he used to be. Apparently he can just walk around with that thing on his leg. How does he even do his disguises?
Must be some strong legs, I'm gonna tell you that.
Actually, I think they comment on his legs in the party chat during his second disguise. That was one of the more hilarious moments. You will see.
You gotta wonder what happens to this place when it rains, because there's no rooftops or anything.
Oh wow, that's...
I mean, can you imagine that?
I am. I don't like what I'm imagining. I mean, I would hope that the homeless would at least have a place to go in a flood, but knowing this town, that's not a guarantee. For now, all we can do is worry about Hawk. Now then, his first disguise is as this priest inside this church. He's listening to the guy on the right's confession. But fortunately, we got him busted. So that's 1 down.
Okay.
Again, he's still got that ball and chain on his leg. How do you think he hid that?
Oh, it's just part of his body.
Oh, are you saying he has cancer?
No, I'm just saying that he was born with a ball and chain for some reason.
I would argue that, but weirder things have happened in this game.
Maybe I'm missing something, but why is there a neon sign in a medieval setting?
I don't know, same reason there were mechanical machines and bolts of lightning in Part 5.
Well, I guess that answers my question. Suspension of disbelief is pretty important. So, what are we doing?
we're going to find Hawk's next disguise. The Bunny Girl! No, darn it, I went too early.
So is this like a game of hide and seek?
Essentially. If we find him 3 times, he'll slash the price from 50,000 coins for his information all the way to 2,000.
You mean 2,500, right?
No, 50,000.
Yeah, but like you said, that would be halved, so that would be 2,500.
No, I didn't say that. It would be reduced to 2,000.
Oh, so it's a lot better than I thought.
It's more like 1/20th.
Okay, that's pretty good then.
Now then, check this bookcase here for another dreamscape. I think that'd be our 10th if this were the remakes. Another mini medal. Never have too many of those. And this is the Style Forge. There's one available just south of Howl Castle, and there's one here. What he does is you can pay a certain amount of money to upgrade the fashion points on your equipment. Each set of equipment has its own set of style points, and the style points are largely irrelevant, except for this one mini-game that we are going to play at the beginning of the next episode. It's part of your overall stats, too, so essentially the game designers invented an entirely new stat for the sake of one mini-game. It's kind of weird.
That just sounds inefficient, but I like it.
It absolutely is. Now let's go see what the old mole has to tell us.
Okay, let's see.
Well, actually, I'm advancing too quickly, so I'll just say it. Old Man Cole is gone. He has been missing for what seems like the longest time. While he was gone, and he was looking for the legendary sword himself, he left his wife and daughter to fend for themselves, and the mother died of illness. So his daughter inherited all his skills, but she's living alone.
Okay. This game does not shy away from discussing death and whatnot.
It really does not. Kind of makes... They were actually gonna localize it at some point as Dragon Quest V, since they skipped the actual Dragon Quest V. I really do wonder very often how it would have ended up.
Well, I guess it depends on the laws, right?
Yeah.
Not the laws, but the rules and the ESRB.
Was the ESRB even invented? And I don't think they were around until like Final Fantasy VII.
Really?
Yeah. Like in Final Fantasy VI, you weren't even allowed to say the word die or holy. It had to be like stuff like whacked off or pearl.
Oh, that's right. That's what I meant though. Like, yeah, I just got it confused by ESRB and just the content guidelines for publishing games on the platform.
Now what's happening here is, the whole reason her father was gone was because he was looking for the sword. And here we are asking her to polish it up. We are going to figure out how to negotiate this next time on this walk. God bless everyone.
That was very quick. See you, YouTube.